Hello, Dustin. You on the call? Hello.
Yeah.
Good.
Hello?
All right.
Hi.
I think. Oh, we don't have to do that.
Whoa!
We're back in person. What's going on, guys? I'm Phil from Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube. That was super cringy, but I felt like I had to do it. We got another episode of From the Gallery. This is like way exciting for me just because we're actually here and like this is going to be a much better dynamic than over Google Hangouts. So yeah, From the Gallery, we're going to rate these trucks on a scale 1 to 10, 1 being not so hot, 10 being super, super awesome. Give you guys kind of our opinions, our thoughts on them. Pulled all these trucks from the gallery on our website that's got all the fitment data that you'd ever need to know about pretty much every single truck. So 2014 GMC Sierra 1500, Archon Off-Road Alexander, the 22x14 -81 offset. Archon gives you a little bit extra there. Fury Country Hunter MTs, the 33x14.5. Fury's one of the few companies that's doing that for 22s, 14.5 inches wide, and a 6-inch BDS suspension lift. Pretty much all blacked out. Some nice photos here. Rock lights, blacked out headlights.
This is
I've seen this guy.
What? Hold on, I know him. Dominic. That's it. He's gonna be so mad. I forgot about that. Cut that out.
Pulled up his Instagram too. This photo is fire right here. He's like, they have a roller and he's up cleaning the windshield on it. Yeah, super clean truck. There's not like a whole lot to go off of. Everything's just all blacked out. He's got the coilovers on there, Fox coilovers with the PDS kit, so that's super nice. It's obviously very wide. Got to do quite a bit of trimming to fit all that stuff on there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful truck. Like you said, everything's all blacked out. It flows together really, really well.
Let's give this thing a number. 3, 2, 1,
9. Wow.
Way to start things off. I think when it comes to like a daily driver, I would maybe go not quite as wide just because it's gonna be difficult to turn and stuff like that. But at the same time, this truck looks so good. This is definitely something that I could see myself driving around in, but just couldn't quite give it a 10 because you do lose a little bit of practicality. But with custom trucks, it's like, that's kind of the thing. You give up a little bit of practicality so you can have something that looks cool.
And it looks dope. Right, exactly. No, it's a really clean build. I think he's got the right attention to detail there, kind of all across, you know, from the front to the back, everything's blacked out. It's just a nice build overall. Okay.
This is cool.
Yeah, it is.
77 F250. What I like is that I can look at this and get just as excited as a 2014 or 2015 GMC. Dropstar 652 BM, and there's 22x14 -76 offset. It's on a Turo Trailblade Boss tires, 375/45, which is pretty much like a little over 35, and they're 15 inches wide. And it's on a 6-inch Rough Country lift kit. Wheel spacers, front and rear, about 1.5 inches.
Rub
there.
sometimes.
Yeah, you're gonna get some rub going on.
Correct.
Absolutely love the patina on this thing.
That's a super neat photo with the elevator in the background there.
It's similar to what Branded Title did with the C10, but I like this better. Black wheels, aggressive tire, not your street tire. It's still lifted.
Yep.
Goes well with the patina, and it's just.
Let's rate it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
9.5.
Yeah, pretty similar.
I knew that.
So 9 here too. I really love this truck. The box is getting maybe a bit too rusty. We're gonna start to deal with some structural issues here coming up in the near future, but I do like the way it looks for now. It's just when you jump to this picture with the elevators there, it's like,
yeah. I do wonder if it's just a photo thing though, because that's a really warm picture.
Yeah,
too,
it is.
You know? But yeah, it's super cool. You don't see a lot of vintage trucks like this lifted with a really, like this is a super modern wheel, you know, a black and gold 22x14 is something you see on a lot of new builds. So this is kind of a really cool combination of new world and old world, and just kind of mash them together, and they do really cool stuff.
I should have mentioned this before. These Dropstars wheels too. So the 12 wides have like a 7.5-inch lip. These 14 wides, I want to say it's 9.5 or 10 inches of lip because of the way that they curve the spokes back, and they're only like the 14 wides, the 22x14s are like $1,500. So they're you get a lot of lip for not a whole lot of money.
On the other end of the spectrum.
Right. 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500 Cali Off-Road Summits, 24x14 -76 offsets, and the Toyo Proxy ST305/35. Street tires on there, and it's riding on a Bilstein leveling kit. It's actually a Rough Country 2-inch level, and then they use the Bilstein 5100s, which does also bring it up a little bit more, but a lot of it is just done for ride quality. 2-inch wheel spacers front and back on here.
Major metal trimming, obviously.
Yeah, wide, very wide. The only thing that's nice about running street tires on here, that means you don't have to trim quite so much because you don't have the big giant lugs that are going to rip out your fender liners, or you're not going to cut your tire on your front bumper.
The shoulder is almost laid in because it's stretched a little bit, you know.
Kind of rounded in there. Tow mirrors on here from the 2500. I love these U-bar headlights. Yes. I don't know who, Anzo, Spider, Recon, there's a lot of companies out there that make similar looking ones. I don't know which ones these are, it doesn't say. So he also has the teal wheels, almost identical color to the Tacoma.
Close, yep.
And then he did like his big hook on the back. All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1,
10.
8.5. 10.
This is a 10 for me.
Really?
I have a super soft spot for the low, wide look. That's why I love Sean's 250. It's sitting right here. You guys can't see it, but that's why I love that truck so much. It looks really good. I like that he's not trying to do off-roady stuff with this with a street tire.
Right.
You know, a lot of times guys will put big front bumpers or roof racks and
then they
big
got a
light
street
bars.
tire and we're like, what are you doing?
Exactly. And the color looks great as well. I mean, it looks good. I like it.
I rated it a little bit lower because I think I would just maybe pull off the spacers and then try to go less of a stretch tire if you can. Problem is there's not really a lot of options out there,
Correct.
so I understand it in this case. But I would maybe just pull those spacers off of there so that it's not quite so obnoxious. I must be getting old. I don't like so obnoxious things anymore. I used to be the guy that just straight piped everything. Bought a new motorcycle and I actually think I might leave the exhaust stock. I don't know. Sue me.
What?
Yep. 2017 Nissan Frontier. Don't see a lot of Nissans in the gallery. Motometal MO 402s on TSL Boggers, 35 by 12.5.
There's a tire you haven't seen in a hot minute.
No,
You don't see a lot of TSLs anymore.
So is his suspension and axles powder coated white?
Yeah, either powder coat or painted. Wild.
Bold move.
It's a lot of white.
So Rough Country 6-inch suspension lift, Bilstein front struts gets you another about 2 inches or so, and then 2 inches of body lift. And then we also have 2-inch wheel spacers.
So this is tall and wide.
Tall
instead
and
of
wide.
short and wide.
Yeah, with boggers. But I would, if I was a betting man, I'd say that this doesn't go to the mud bogs.
No, sir.
No, it's too clean for that, especially with white.
Could you imagine?
I think that's what gave it away, the white axles. I was like, yeah, this thing does not, you don't go to mud bogs with the with white
absolutely
axles.
not.
Or maybe you do. I don't know. Prove me wrong. Let me know. I didn't realize that these had such a huge sunroof. Is that
Oh,
factory?
wow. Holy cow.
Is that factory?
Maybe? It's gigantic.
It's massive.
It's the whole roof.
Yeah, it's pretty huge. All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1,
8.
7. Little bit lower on this one. Those Super Swampers are super loud to drive on the highway. So if you're really not going to use them, even switching out to like a Turo Trailblade Boss, great option. Very affordable tire, still very aggressive, but not nearly as loud on the highway.
Yeah, or even like the new fuel tire, the new XT is the same way. It's a very blocky tread design. It looks really
and that
aggressive.
would be, I feel like that would be a good tire for this too, because
Yes.
it's so separated. Everything looks very aggressive, the tread pattern does, but it's also quite flat. So like when it comes to on-road driving, I think you're gonna do
You're
okay.
not going to come to a stop and feel
Yeah.
every lug. Let's go.
Wow, I like this truck too. 91 Dodge W250, Mickey Thompson Baja Classics, 20 by 10, negative 24 offset, and then they're on the Centennial Dirt Commanders, 33 by 12.5s. It's riding on stock suspension, but these old Dodges, people always ask like, oh, how much lift is in there? It's like, no, it's stock.
Yeah,
'Cause
they're big
pretty.
trucks.
They're pretty tall from factory. This color just reminds me of like the county work truck.
Yeah,
You know?
it's exactly what it looks like. We had a regular cab long box like this growing up too, and it was the same thing. I think it came 265, 75, 16 stock, and they look small. you know?
Right. Updated the front end with a lot more modern lighting.
Oh, yeah.
They're like OEM replacements, but LEDs on the inside, which is nice. Kind of cleans it up a little bit, and also gives you a lot better performance than the 7-inch like square.
Yeah,
headlights
the
that
little
came in.
halogen squares.
Yeah. So you might as well hold the flashlight out the window. New grille looks like, obviously this has been, I'm gonna say, repainted.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got kind of the cool like two-tone cab, back half of the cab thing done. There's probably a real name for that I don't know, but
Somebody will
you
let us know. They
Somebody will
always
tell
do.
us. It always happens. All right, only 3 pictures to go off of, but I think I've seen enough to give it a number. 3, 2, 1,
7.
8 5/8.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow, you really like this thing.
I do like it. I like it quite a bit. I think the paint colors on here is awesome. It's cool how he used the beadlock to kind of bring in some of the body color, and then the black on the cab just kind of separates it a little bit, and it gives it so it's not just like way out there in your face.
I think the orange is too much for me.
Really?
I do. I think it's too much for me. Other than that, it looks good. I think the wheel size for this truck and the tire size looks really good. You know, it's nothing super aggressive, but I like that a lot. I think the color is too bold for me.
That's another episode of From the Gallery. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want your truck featured, just add it to the gallery, customoffsets.com/add, and we'll probably eventually get around to it. There's a bajillion of them in there, but we're trying our best to get through as many as we can for everybody who submits. So, what was I saying? I don't know. Like, share, subscribe, and yeah, catch you next time. Peace.
Yeah! Should have taken that bubbler, bro.